are you, Jholamal uncle? Please pack 6 kilos of sugar for me.
Oh, yes, my son. Right away.
Hey brother, why are you asking for 6 kilos? People usually take 5 kilos of sugar. Why 6? Looks like you are new in our village. At Jholamal's shop, you always have to be careful. Even if you say 5 kilos, he cheats with the weighing scale using a hidden magnet and gives less. So I ask for 1 kilo extra. That way, I still get full 5. What? Then if he cheats, why do people buy things from him? Don't lecture me, brother. The next shop is 10 kilometers away. Who will walk that far? It is easier to just buy here.
Jholamal was famous across the village for his shop. He cheated openly and no one dared to stop him. Why? Because his was the only grocery shop in the village. To save time, people kept buying from him and he took full advantage of it. At night, when closing the shop, Jholamal uncle counted the money while his workers arranged the goods outside.
These days I'm not very happy with this shop work. I think you fellows slack off behind my back. You lazy fellows.
Oh no, Sethji. How can you say that? We love this shop more than we ever loved Rinky.
Hearing his buttering words, Bhonduram too started his act.
Sethji, I even eat my meals standing on one leg. What if while I sit down to eat, a customer comes and leaves?
Looks like you have been fasting for days. Anyways, close the shop now and go home. I'll find a way to grow the business. Every time it's me who has to teach you good for nothings.
Next morning, before going to his shop, Jholamal uncle went straight to the famous jalebi seller, Chenaram.
Here you go, brother. Fresh hot jalebis. So crisp that they'll melt in your mouth.
Wah. What a taste your jalebis have. No one else makes them like you. You have made my day, Chenaram.
Thank you, Chacha. Thank you. Hey, brother, did you hear about the nearby village? It's amazing. They have no shops at all. Not even one shopkeeper. People there are so self-reliant. They don't spend a single rupee on food. Really? What are you talking about? Yes, they grow grain in their fields, take milk from their cows and make butter and ghee. They grow fruits, vegetables, pulses, everything. They don't buy from outside. That's why there is no shop running there. That's actually good. So much saving they must be doing.
Saving? My foot. I would never want to live in such a place.
Of course you wouldn't. You are a shopkeeper. For you, that's only loss. Right, Chacha?
After finishing his jalebis and the chit-chat, Jholamal rushed to his shop. Then as usual, he offered incense in front of the shop's photo of God.
Oh Lord, my request is, every customer who comes to my shop, let them bring full pockets and empty them only here. Victory to you.
Saying this, Jholamal put out the incense stick and kept it back.
Huh?
What is this, master? Why did you blow off this stick so soon?
Hey, God must have heard me already. If I burn one daily, won't it become too costly? You fool. Worry about your work. I make one stick last for a whole week. Don't give your comments or suggestions to me. Foolish person.
Wow, boss. Amazing. If there is shortage, let it be like you or not at all.
Enough. Now tell me, where is Bhonduram? I sent him to deliver goods at Sushmaji's house and he hasn't come back yet. Did he go walking backwards?
Just then, Ghochuram came huffing and puffing. Here he is, running in late with my dog chasing him. He is on time, and me too.
Oh, what happened, Sushmaji? Why are you so angry? Did he not deliver things properly?
Jholamal, enough is enough, and today there will be a big fight. And what kind of stuff is this? Beetle nuts are so hard my teeth almost broke. My whole mouth hurts. I can't even speak properly.
The fault is not in the beetle nut. Clearly, your teeth are weak now. Wait, don't worry. Hey, Bhonduram! What are you staring for? Bring out that new toothpaste for Sushma-ji.
Bhonduram quickly brought a fresh toothpaste tube from the shop.
Yeah, here, take this, Sushma-ji. Use it daily, and your teeth will become strong like iron. My customers are like God to me.
Oh wow, so now it was my teeth that were at fault. What a joke. Mumbling, Sushma walks off angrily.
Wow, master. Brilliant. Your brain is sharper than even Chacha Chaudhry's.
Hey, forget my brain. Tell me, where were you roaming around for so long?
Master, today I followed your teaching. I took the long route to Sushma ji's house.
What nonsense! When did I ever teach you that?
Master, I remember you said once that thinking far helps gain experience. So I went very far, enjoyed a lot, even found a wedding procession and danced to Nagin dance. Ta-na-na-na-na-na. It was so much fun, Master.
Why don't you just drown yourself in a bucket of water?
Jhola Ram held his head in despair. After finishing the day's work, the three finally went home to sleep. Next morning, the noise spread in the whole village. There was a flood in the neighboring village.
Hey, Chacha, give me a toothbrush, but give me a strong one this time. The old one broke in just 2 weeks.
Oh, yes, brother. Here, take it.
Hey, brother, did you hear? That self-reliant village got flooded. The nearby dam suddenly broke, and the whole village is in trouble. Poor people. Now, since they do not have any shop there, they are struggling for everything. Must be suffering so much, and they never had shops there anyway. God knows how they survive now.
Jholamal, the shopkeeper, listened to all this very carefully.
Here, brother, take your brush.
Thank you, Chacha.
As soon as they left, Jholamal burst out laughing loudly.
Glory to you, Lord. Glory to you.
What happened to him, Khonchu? Who knows? Maybe an epilepsy attack. What we will do now?
Idiot. Nothing happened to me. I'm perfectly fine. Just be quiet.
Oh, then why were you laughing like Ravan, Master?
I was laughing, thinking of that village. They called themselves self-reliant, growing everything on their own. And now the flood has ruined them. Poor fellows had no shopkeepers, right? Now they'll desperately need supplies. This is our golden chance to earn money.
Wow, Master. You are so wise. We never thought of that.
Of course, fools. How will you think without brains? Now hurry. Prepare everything. We'll put up our shop in that village. And remember, every item must be sold at 4 times the price.
Next day, a new boat came up. Jholamal Chacha's shop. The floodwater had dried up, but people were helpless. Their crops were destroyed. One by one, they came to buy things from his shop. Bhaiya, 2 packets of biscuits.
Here, sister. That will be 80 rupees.
What? 80 rupees? Oh my god, you are robbing us.
Hey, take it if you want, or step aside. Others are waiting in line.
Sadly, the woman bought the biscuits at quadruple price. Jholamal was selling everything like this. Villagers hated his greed, but they had no other choice. This greedy shopkeeper, he is robbing us. His seat will be reserved in hell. Yes, truly wicked. We have to endure him until our village recovers. But until then, he will loot us and earn months' worth of profit in one go. He'll ruin us. The villagers were fed up with Jholamal's greed, but they were powerless. Then one day, a brave policeman arrived like a savior.
Villagers, I have been sent from the city to inspect after the flood. Government has sent relief supplies for you. You'll get all essential free, and those who lost homes will be moved to safe shelters. Administration is there with you in this difficult times.
Oh, sir, you are like God to us. We were suffering so much.
Oh, no, I'm just doing my duty.
Sir, your arrival gives us relief. Otherwise, some people were making profit out of our poor situation. What? Who could do such a thing in this situation? This greedy Jholamal. He set up his shop here and sold things at 4 times the price. We had no option but to buy. You can understand now what we had went through. Come, show me this greedy shopkeeper.
Let me see him. How can he do this?
The policeman went with the villagers to Jholamal's shop, and the villagers hid nearby to watch.
Hello, brother. Who is the owner here? Give me 1 packet of chips.
Here, take your chips. That will be 40 rupees. Only cash.
But the packet says only 10 rupees.
So what? Whatever the printed price, here it is 40 rupees. Don't want it? Leave. People come poking from everywhere.
Oh, idiot! Shut up!
What did I do, master? I said the same line you told me. I even wrote it down to memorize it. Now you tell me to shut up. What will I do?
Hey, you fool! Look carefully who is standing in front of us.
Yes, sir. I'm the owner, Jholamal.
Very good. Nice shop you have. But not so nice that people accuse you of selling at 4 times price during a disaster. Shame on you, Jholamal. Don't you have heart? Can't you understand their problem? What? Oh, no, sir. Never. I'm not that bad. All this must be my servant's fault. They must be cheating behind my back without my knowledge. I have always been honest, sir. Trust me, please.
Ghochuram and Bhonduram were stunned seeing Chacha's betrayal.
Sethi, why are you lying? I only charged the same prices you told me.
Oh, so you admit you hiked prices 4 times? Come with me. I'll hit you 4 times extra with my baton. And also, I'll count 1 for every 4 baton. Oh, no, sir. I only weigh the goods. Prices I don't set.
Yes, sir. He's right. Prices are fixed by master. We just put the magnet under the weighing scale. That's all.
Oh, idiots! Why did you spill about the magnet? You have ruined me! See, Jholamal, this is karma. You tried to fool villagers, and God sent you these 2 fools who revealed all your secrets without being asked. Now tell me what you have to say.
God! Jholamal is exposed. God! No, sir. Please forgive me. Give me one more chance. I'll quit shopkeeping. Go to the fields, plow the land, and live honestly. I have small children to feed. Huh? Master, you are not even married yet. Hey, shut up, fool! Do you want me to go straight to jail?
Enough! You can never speak the truth. You are selfish and greedy, Jholamal. Your right place is jail. Come on, your shop days are over.
No, sir. These 2 useless servants did everything. They are more greedy than me. I am just a poor man. Huh? Poor? Master, just yesterday you said you got blisters on your fingers from counting so much money. You even talked about buying a money counting machine. Yes, I heard that too.
Hearing this, all the villagers laughed loudly again.
Oh God! Are you 2 here to destroy my life? Sir, just take me away now. At least spare me from their mouths.
Take me with you. I am fed up from these two.
Lock him up and take these two as well. They are partners in his crimes. All three of you can open a new shop in jail together. Constable, arrest them.
Hey, sit in the jeep.
What? Oh God. So these two fools will follow me in jail too.
Police loaded all three of them into the jeep and drove them away.